Quick video, guys. Just want to talk about the Lunar series and what everyone thinks about it. So, I think they're great coins, but they're for the collector, not necessarily the investor. Now, you can be an investor and have some of these, but I think along my journey, I've learned that the term semi-numismatic might not exist, right? I mean, it's either going to be a numismatic coin, meaning there's going to be some value well above the spot price, or you're going to buy it for the silver content, right? So, lunars are probably the most debated and most bought and discussed in terms of paying a little bit more for premium and then justifying buying a lot of a coin that was minted for 300,000 or more, and people think they're going to get a big big premium when they go to sell them. So I went down that path. What I'm showing you now is the Series 2 Series 2 2-ounce proof. So these aren't, these are well over, these are collectible, but I don't know how. I like these. I'm just collecting them because I just love them. And I was doing a lot of research years ago on these coins and saw the hubbub about Lunar 1 proof 2-ounce and how rare those things are. I mean, my goodness, there's videos that's another point. There's not a ton of videos on Lunars anymore, especially the proofs. They are expensive, but everyone knows the Lunar 2 proofs, 2-ounce proofs, Series 1 are just really hard to come by, very expensive. So, I thought, well, there's only 1,000 minted of every one of these, excluding the 3-coin sets, right, individually, with a COA, but there's no box. There's no fancy display for these. So I started buying these years ago. I think I got all of these really for like $150 a piece. And then I regretted it for a while. I actually have a handful, a lot of duplicates. I got more, I bought a lot of the Dragon. And I think the mouse, I paid maybe a little more for the mouse because this one is, it was harder to get. I probably because it's the older one. And I may have paid less for these because these were kind of new. And then I just stopped. I went through a period that I'm like, wait, I have way too many so-called semi-numismatics, and I'm not, and not enough weight for silver. And I was, I wanted to get rid of some of it, so I sold some of it. And maybe I'll do a video on all that, but I'm keeping I'm keeping these for sentiment. I love them, right? I mean, I love these coins, not as much as the Lunar 1, but these have this deep cameo, right? I mean, it's just, it's a really nice coin. And what I don't like about the Series 2 is just they're not quite as simple as these. So these are 2-ounce BU. These are kind of when it all started, right? This one's very hard to come by. And I think the Series 1 just has a ton of great stories behind it, right? I mean, the mintage for her, these are all rushed out in the same year. And kind of the series just ended due to the financial crisis. And I think these were all, I don't know. I can't remember how this played out, but I know towards the financial crisis, obviously no one's buying anything, so they didn't make a ton of these, right? So, oh, that's why these are out of order. What the heck? 2000. Yeah, I thought this one was the last one. Okay, I gotta move these around. Well, maybe not. I do. Anyways, so the mintage was really low, especially for the 1 ounce proof coins, especially the mouse. And I have the mouse. I'll do a video on that. It's a very rare coin, expensive, because they just didn't make a lot. No one's buying them, and then obviously the silver rush happened. So I love these coins. 2 ounce. If I didn't say that, these are 2 ounce. Just simple design, just beautiful coins. The dragon's always the most popular, just because of I think the especially in the East, the implications of dragons and the mythology and stuff. But this is the most busy coin out of all of these, so I'm not. They're all great, but just to, like, take the mouse and the tiger, just simple designs, right? With some rarity. Even the plastic cases are just thick and chunky. I like them. That's why, I'm going to do some more videos. There aren't a ton of discussion about the Lunar 1 series. Now, they are expensive. But I think of all things, where I was going with this whole numismatic, semi-numismatic, I mean, the Lunar 2 series, I don't think is really worth the money. And in general, I was been doing a lot more research over. I haven't bought much in several years. I'm just starting to get back into this and excited because of the rise, and I think we're back into a bull market of silver and gold. So I had to go dig out all my coins, and in fact, I had this case. I bought this case years ago, and I had all these coins wrapped up somewhere else, and I looked for months to find this thing. I found the box buried in my shed with a bunch of other craft supply stuff, and I was like, I was that close to just making my own. I think I'm gonna make my own for these. I don't like all these different boxes. My point is, so back to the story. I don't know why. I just felt like making a video. Not a lot of discussion about Lunars much anymore. And now there's Lunar 3 out. I don't know anything about it. Like you can see, I haven't even. I stopped looking into this. I bought this probably right when it came out. And I probably bought it. I bought it and never even. I just threw it in with a bunch of other coins. This, I was still kind of into this. I bought a bunch of these. You can't buy this from Perth Mint, but I bought a bunch of monkeys when they first came out. Was playing the whole pre-market thing, or watching their website. Bought a bunch of rolls for half ounce monkey and stuff, and then I was catching myself up with these. But I don't even know. It took me a while to remember what coins were left. The dog and the pig. So I want to finish this set now. Just because I'm so close. If I wasn't, I probably wouldn't. I'm not sure how. These aren't that popular. Maybe no one knows about them. Maybe because they don't come in the case, but just not sure. But I'm so close, I might as well finish it off. Because they are real nice. I mean, just the ox. I love the ox because, again, it's back to kind of the simplicity of the coin. My goodness, I'm showing myself here. Look at that cameo. I can't even flash it because I'll show myself in all my glory. So I don't know. I'm just rambling. Didn't have really agenda with this. I was just sitting in my bed playing around with getting these coins out and organized, putting the coins in the case. And now that I did, I feel great. There's a whole issue with, how do you display them, and how do you look at them, and just, I've never been good at organizing them. I need to do that. So came and show these coins because it's just so hard to. These are 1 ounce, beautiful. These are great. I have this set of the. These are my favorite coins. 1 ounce proof. They're just so nice because they're simple, and they got a nice story with it because they're all different mintages. You know, it gives you a range. I think they're buys now. They went through a period. I have a couple. I was just picking these up as they came along. For a while, they were obviously the rate. You couldn't really buy these for anything under, like, I don't even know, $300. Some of them are a lot more. Obviously, the mouse and the tiger and the ox. But then, I mean, this is 4 or 5 years ago. In the summer, or one summer, I was just buying these for like a hundred something bucks. A handful of these, even, some of the I think the highest mintage on these are 2,500. Probably this one and others. But there's a lot of them that were dropping well in the $100 range. Even some dragons, which they have the $2,500 mint, but obviously they're really, really popular. The dragon was the last one I got because I just couldn't find it. But these are my favorite, so I gotta get these displayed. I think I'm gonna build a case. I'm gonna build a wood case and put these in it because these are just, as a group, just beautiful. And I think of all modern day coins, I would like to think these might be in the half ounce and 2 ounce. Obviously, everyone knows the story of the 2 ounce. They're just extremely rare and beautiful, huge, simple coins that are just stunning. But they're out of my price range. Again, these aren't even. I don't know. These are just nice to have. I don't know how, any real numismatic person, coin collector, would frown on all this stuff, because there's modern day coins and not. The market's not there because, again, there's not any videos on this stuff, many of them, and there's not any. There's some sales. I mean, there's some decent sales on eBay, but not like if you go search Morgan dollars, right? I have almost a set of the Carson City Morgan dollars, which are very rare. I have a lot of those. I was collecting, and that, to me is definitely a go. That's going to be worth money down the road. And I haven't bought any in years. I was buying some of those, 5, 7, 8 years ago. But it's a whole nother game, looking for fakes and cleaned coins, and really, there's a whole grading sheet on how you grade them, and, like, just how people rate them. But my point is, I think people need to have a better discussion, especially new people, right? I went through the whole craze in 2009 and 10. Didn't know anything about it, and I jumped right in and obviously made some common mistakes buying coins, and I'll go through all that. But I don't think I made tons of mistakes. I was more of a watcher than a buyer off the bat, which is good. But then I did make some mistakes buying initially. But, lessons learned. So I like to share that with a lot of people just because now we're in the next bull market. I think it's going to get real interesting over the next, silver's already went up. I mean, and that's the other thing. I'm not buying much. I bought a bunch of kilos that one night where silver dipped below $12, and the panic was right when the COVID stuff was going around, and I bought them from Golden State Mint, high premium, but not as high as they went up the next day and the week after, and it took me 4 or 5 weeks to get the metal, but I got it, and that was the last purchase I made. And the rest I'm playing the ETFs, USLV, and buying some silver miners and stuff. I think that's the silver community doesn't take advantage of some short-term trades. I get it, you got to have your stack, and you got to have a lot of physical for all the reasons we are already well aware of, and no one knows the future. And if you don't hold it, you don't own it. But, it's not easily flipped. So I have what I feel comfortable with you know, in terms of physical. And then, you know, my collection and hobby, these, you know, which I think down the road they'll be worth money. But you know, the best investment, right now is playing. I've been buying SILJ, which is the junior miners, and USLV, which is the triple leveraged, you know, just silver price. I actually just cashed a bunch out Friday. Today's, I would say Saturday, yeah. So cashed a bunch out when it went up like 8%, and then it went up to 10%. But you know, we'll see, because you know you can make a lot of money there, and then ultimately, you know, we'll see how it goes. But I can put my fiat other places down the road. But anyways, that's a whole other video. But I think people are missing that out. So all right, I just wanted to. This is my first video in like 10. You know, I don't even know when the last video was, and no one watched any of. No one watched them anyways. It was me in my basement trying to create a YouTube channel, but and then I never did it again. So we'll see. Maybe I can make some more. All right, bye guys.